¿Qué tal? Buenas tardes, amigos. Nos encontramos en la Biblioteca La Criolla de Jersey City, donde hoy vamos a estar presentando una conferencia y esperemos que ustedes nos estén acompañando desde sus casas. Gracias por el privilegio de su tiempo, gracias por el privilegio de permitirnos llegar hasta ustedes por este medio. Así que vamos a estar acomodando, ustedes van a ser partícipes en lo que nos vamos acomodando y van llegando las damas que van a estar presentando la conferencia, así que no se me muevan, busquen su agüita, sus vinitos, sus cositas y vamos a estar con ustedes en breve. Así que gracias y vamos a estar ya mismo comenzando. No se me muevan, no se vayan para ninguna parte, que tenemos muchas sorpresas aquí, así que ya nos vamos. Déjenlo. Un segundo, voy a buscar a Suzzynam. Perfecto. Eso mismo. That's all. Looking like art. Well, hello everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you for coming. Muy buenas tardes. Everybody, bear with us. I'm going to do it in both languages. I'm going to try. Muy bienvenidos a todos los que están presentes. My
name is Patricia Vega, librarian in charge of Biblioteca Criolla. First, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to accompany us on this beautiful day. Gracias, yo soy Patricia Vega, bibliotecaria encargada de la Biblioteca Criolla. Gracias por acompañarnos en este día muy bonito. Gracias. I want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to present the services we offer in Jersey City, especially Biblioteca Criolla. Today, we're honoring the woman in general. We are celebrating that being a successful woman, it's a great challenge, still in this time. But it's increasingly possible to reach the top of our professional careers as a woman and balance our daily lives, our personal lives. And since we're here to honor us on this special day, just one day before our special day that we're celebrating Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. It's hard to do it when I'm doing it in Spanish, I'm sorry. Doy gracias a cada uno de ustedes por darnos la oportunidad de presentarles los servicios de la Biblioteca Criolla y los servicios que damos no solamente a Jersey City, pero a los lugares cercanos. Hoy estamos celebrando que una mujer de éxito es un gran reto. Sí, hasta todavía es en este mundo. Pero cada vez es más posible llegar a lo más alto de nuestra carrera profesional, así también como y balancear ser mujeres en nuestros hogares. Ya que estamos un día antes del Día de las Madres, quiero decirle a cada una de ustedes feliz Día de las Madres. Biblioteca Criolla is part of the Jersey City Public Library system. It was founded in the 1970s. This tiny department was formed to meet the needs of the Latino community. At that time, their services were only loans of little novelitas, little novels, magazines, small numbers of books. Over time, it has grown in its services, and our community has responded with much appreciation and support. La Biblioteca Criolla forma parte del sistema de Jersey City Public Library y fue fundada en 1970. Este departamento pequeñito fue formado para suplir las necesidades del lector de la comunidad latina de Jersey City por aquí. En esos tiempos, sus servicios eran de préstamos de novelitas. ¿Se recuerdan los romances de Gillian que habían? Eso era lo que nosotros teníamos. Revistas pequeñitas, periódicos y cosas así. Con el tiempo hemos crecido el servicio y nuestra comunidad ha respondido con mucho aprecio y apoyo. Okay. Today we have this great space. Our services include providing readers of Jersey City Public Library, but we are also a cultural center and an educational center. Just to mention some of our services, we hold educational talks, workshops, cultural programs such as this one that we're holding today, educational talks, workshops, cultural programs such as this one, art exhibitions for local artists, story time, author chats, and much more. Please talk to William or Louis if you need a library card. Hoy día tenemos este gran espacio. Nuestro servicio no solamente de préstamos de libros, como pueden observar, también tenemos las salas de libros. Después los invito a visitar el departamento, solo de cruzar este pasallito que hay ahí. También ofrecemos charlas educativas, talleres, programas culturales, así como el de hoy. Área de exposición para artistas locales, horas de cuento que el señor William lo hace. También presentamos escritores. Si no tienes una membresía de nuestro departamento de la Biblioteca de Jersey City, por favor pueden preguntarle a William esto, ¿ok? Y él le otorgará uno. Okay. Now let me introduce a woman that I met in 2011. I don't know if she remembers this, but we collaborated in the first art exhibition show for the children of Manos a la Ayuda, Hands Helping Hands. Right here in this very space. That's when we started here. You were our first one that we did. She is, let me introduce her, Lucy Santiago. She is Puerto Rican, of Santurce, Puerto Rico. She lives in New Jersey, works for the children, works for the Children's Specialized Hospital as an office manager for the Department of Rehabilitation. She's also a medical translator, founder and president of Manos a la Ayuda. She produces short films, producer and presenter of the program Manos de la Ayuda, de la Mano con Lucy, and a nightly program, Señora Bohemia. Recipient of many recognitions and awards. She's also a board member of Rouge Art, and lately doing what she's most passionate about, theater work. She is an actress. She does presentations at William Cultural Musto Center. She also has done work in the Dominican Commissioner of Culture in the United States. I am honored to present a woman whom I'm in awe of, a friend, and now a moderator to this event. Thank you. Ahora en español. I'm sorry. Ahora, déjenme presentarle a una mujer que la conocí en el 2011. Y no sé si ella se recuerda, pero aquí colaboramos en el primer programa que tuvimos en una exposición de arte, Manos a la Ayuda. Aquí mismo, en este mismo espacio, la señora Lucy Santiago, nacida en Santurce, Puerto Rico, es esposa y madre de 3 hijos. Ella vive en New Jersey y trabaja en un hospital especializado en niños como gerente de la oficina del Departamento de Rehabilitación. Traductor médico, fundador y presidente de Manos a la Ayuda, produce cortometrajes, productor y presentadora del programa de la Mano con Lucy y un programa nocturno, Señora Bohemia, que los invito a escuchar. Es muy interesante. Me encanta escucharlo. Recipiente de muchos reconocimientos y premios. Miembro de la Junta de Rouge Art y recientemente hace lo que más la apasiona, que trabajar teatral como actriz en presentaciones en el William Musto Cultural Center y el Comisionado Dominicano de Cultural de los Estados Unidos. Me siento honrada de presentar a una mujer que me deja asombrada, una amiga y ahora nuestra moderadora de este evento, la señora Lucy Santiago. Venga aquí, señora.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Wonderful. Hi, hello, how's everybody? ¿Cómo están todos? A ver, pero yo quiero ver caras de ánimo, que aquí no se ha muerto nadie. Nobody's dead. Everybody's alive. So I want to see, how is everybody, please?
the founder, but the president of Premio Arte Internacional. And it's my pleasure. I'm so excited to be here and be the moderator for this conference with this extraordinary woman. I have had the opportunity to talk to them individually throughout the week, and I can tell you I am amazed by the work that they do, the contributions that they have to the community. I am very, very happy, and I am also thankful to Patricia and La Criolla for giving me the opportunity of being the moderator to this event. I hope what we're about to do today that doesn't stay here and this continue, because we're going to have conversations with these women that I would like to see them going further. I think we need to continue this type of conversation and this type of event and continue to pave the road to the generations that are following us. So now I'm going to say it in Spanish. We're going to go in Spanish and English for those of you that don't understand English. Para mí es un placer, como dije antes, mi nombre es Santiago, es un placer estar aquí. Soy la presidenta de Fundación Manos a la Ayuda y soy la presidenta también del Premio Arte Internacional. Para mí es un honor poder ser la moderadora de este evento. He tenido la oportunidad de hablar con estas damas individualmente. Para mí ha sido un placer enorme poder tener de primera mano la información de las contribuciones que estas damas han dado a la comunidad. Y les digo, aparte de eso, creo que estas conversaciones deben de continuar siendo dadas, pues estas damas están básicamente pavimentando el camino de las generaciones que vienen detrás. Y para mí es un honor poder presentarlas. Patricia, muchas gracias por darme esta oportunidad. Gracias a Biblioteca La Criolla por presentar estos eventos y por darnos la oportunidad. Así que, without further ado, I'm going to start with my first panelist. I have my first panelist is Alvarez. Alexandra, she's an artist. Alexandra, if you want to introduce yourself, I'm going to come down with the microphone. Go ahead.
Hello everyone. First of anything, I'm sorry, my voice is gone. Today celebrating my daughter's birthday. Gracias a todos, disculpen mi voz, estoy un poco afónica hoy. Y bueno, para presentarme, mi nombre es Alexandra Alvarez, soy venezolana, tengo 8 años viviendo aquí en Jersey y pues como cualquier inmigrante vino con un sueño y mi sueño ha sido, todavía es, como ser exitosa en el mundo del arte. Let me introduce myself. My name is Alexandra Alvarez. I came from Venezuela 8 years ago. And as an immigrant, I came with a lot of dreams. And my biggest dream was to succeed, or still is, to succeed in the art industry. Since 2019 approximately, I started focus more in art career. And everything took off. Today, I have the honor to be the leader of the Venezuelan community in the art industry in New York. Now today we are visiting to New Jersey also. It's the Venezuela Art Fair. And also as an artist, I've been doing a lot of exhibition. I had the opportunity to do my first solo show where Patricia came and we started to work together. Ahora en español, pues como artista a partir del 2019 he empezado como a enfocarme más en la carrera del arte y el día de hoy tengo el honor de ser la líder de llevar un proyecto de arte de artistas venezolanos y aquí en la ciudad de Nueva York y por primera vez lo traemos hoy a New Jersey. como invitados en el William Gusto Cultural Center. Y pues es un todo un honor para mí estar aquí en frente de todos ustedes. Es un honor for me to be here in front of all of you. I'm a little bit nervous. It's the first time I do this in front of a lot of people. And I don't know what else. Well, the first roadblock, I believe was the language. You know, I came to this country without speaking English, and it was very hard for me. Maybe I learned it very quickly. It was hard to feel confident to speak and meet people and talk to people. El primer bloque que tuve, o lo más fuerte de pronto fue el idioma, aprender a hablar en inglés y poder tener la confianza de enfrentarme a la gente, conocer gente, fue lo más difícil y por eso creo que me tomó entre adaptarme, siendo inmigrante, nueva ciudad, sola, me costó terminar de adaptarme para enfocarme más en mi carrera artística. All these the language, and also being an immigrant and starting from zero in this country were the hardest things for me to start. I believe that was it. Why it took me so long, like to start focus more in my career. And today I feel confident about speaking in English, as you can see. And that's why I've been doing so many things in the art industry because finally I'm confident with my accent, being immigrant, and speaking English with an accent. Y hoy me siento ya en confianza para hablar en inglés, no importa que tenga un acento, que no lo maneje perfecto, ya puedo comunicarme y por eso he derribado muchos muros que me han llevado a continuar y a tomar mi carrera más enfocadamente.
Thank you so much for that. I'm glad that from the get-go we're able to touch that point because I think it's very important. That is one of the shocks that we get when we come here. Is the shock of the language. It is so difficult to break that barrier. And I can go on stories on my own on that. But it is important. If you want to succeed, it's very, very important to learn the language and also the cultural shock that we all get when we get here. That's very important. And thank you so much. I'm so proud of you. I know you're going to have an exhibition tonight at the William B. Mosso Cultural Center, which is 4th Street in Union City. So if you guys want, you feel free. That's now, I'm going to give you a little bit break so you can relax your nerves a little bit. And I'm going to go to my second panelist, but we're going to go back and forth between these women because I think it's important that more than presenting them as individuals that we all have this conversation. However, if you guys have a question that you would like to ask them, just hold your questions and I'm going to be taking questions closer to the end, okay? So my next guest panelist is Suzy Morales. Suzy, thank you for being here with us. I'm going to pass you the microphone. I'm going to take it from Alexandra and pass it to you so you can tell our audience a little bit about yourself.
Okay, hi. My name is Suzzynam Morales. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, in Williamsburg. I did not live in a fabulous area, and the struggles were real. I had to go to school. I got caught up in the riffraff and all the nonsense. And yeah, I did get left back twice. I was the oldest in my group when I got into 7th grade. And I really tried hard to get out of what they call the ghetto. I worked really hard at doing it, and there was this one person who really impressed me. His name was Steve Turner, and he kind of took me under his wing. And he showed me that you can help other people, because he really did work hard on me. And he got me out of it, and when I got older, I really wanted to become a teacher, but of course life got in the way. I had a kid, I dropped out of college, and I did what everybody else, what we do as women. You just get that part-time job and raise your kid. And I did up until 9/11, and I was a production manager at a printing company, JLo Color, in Lower Manhattan, and I was the only female in the entire floor of men. And yeah, it was difficult. But 9/11 had come along, and even though I had really scratched my way and tried really hard to get paid like everybody else, mostly the men that came in, that didn't happen. So my last final big raise, 9/11 happened, and then I was presented with, hey, I'll tell you what, you could take a pay raise cut, you could take a pay cut and continue working, or you can leave. So my hardest decision was to leave. And then I went back to college. And the thing that I always wanted to do was a teacher, was to educate little minds, to let them know, and to have them feel the confidence that I had. And I wanted to be that Steve Turner, so I became a Suzzynam Rose. Still educating second graders, favorite grade in the world. They come in wet and they leave dry. I love it. And I do love art. Oh my God, I love art so much. I love my cricket, I love my knitting, my crocheting, my sewing. I enjoy it.
Wonderful. It's wonderful hearing your story. I was mesmerized when I read it and when I had the conversation with you. But I want you to tell us a little bit about that experience when you were at your most struggling point. What was going through your mind and what helped you overcome it?
I guess the biggest shock for me was knowing that no matter how hard I worked and how many hours I put in the printing company, I was never going to succeed. And I'm sorry, men, but when you're in a man-owned company, or mostly majority men, there is that ceiling that I reached, and that I knew that I was not going to grow. There was no opportunity for me to grow any further. And I knew that the only way for me to get out was to change my career. And I think that was the scariest. I was a mommy. I had a house. And I went back to school, night, day, weekends. I kind of neglected to be a parent to my daughter. And she really had to step up and grow up quick in order to help me. And it wasn't easy, and I think that was the hardest thing I had to do, was to look back and say that I couldn't fulfill one job completely. Like, I had to slack somewhere, and in order for me to succeed, I had to slack in other areas. And I think that was the hardest for me to swallow.
Yeah, I think that the hardest for many of us that are here, it's to slack off that parenting at some point, and have some of our children have to become adults very quickly. So I think we all can está haciendo ella en sus retos es hacer rápidamente. No sé si me escuchan mejor con el micrófono o sin el micrófono. Con el micrófono. Okay, super. I'm just saying that for some reason the connection is going on and off. So I guess you gotta use it some way, a certain way. So just excuse me if I slack off. So that I think that's part of our culture, and if you would like, for the lack of a better word, that we all go through is that lack of parenting, that sometimes because we have to put food on the table, because we have to educate ourselves, and in order for us to provide to the family, sometimes that happens, and our children sometimes need to grow out of the age that they should not be. So I'm just writing down a couple of points that we're going to be talking later. One is the barrier of the culture and the barrier of the language, and Susie just talked the glass ceiling. Do you guys know what glass ceiling is? Do you know? How many of you know what the glass ceiling is? I want to see how many hands. Yes. Can anybody be brave enough to tell me what your take is on the glass ceiling? Because I can tell you, it's a term that I hate with all my passion, and I don't like, and I don't want to think that I have a glass ceiling, but unfortunately we do. So we all do. So does anybody want to say anything on that matter?
I just want to say Hillary Clinton.
Thank you for that. Well, we can say quite a few things about that. I'm gonna tell you a little story. I work at a hospital, and I was working on the unit, the ambulatory care center unit, and my manager was let go, and the president of the hospital came and asked me and tell me that they were letting her go, but they needed somebody to fulfill that position. At the time, I didn't have my degree. I was just going through school. So a friend of mine, which was one of the nurses in the unit, she was a nurse. So he came and straight told me that the reason why I was not allowed to apply for the job was because I had a glass ceiling. And those words never left my mind. And those words became the fuel that pushed me to do more and more and more, and to finish my degree, to finish my career, and to do all the things that I do. So I want all those little ears that are here to use, if anybody comes to you with words of that nature, don't let that get to you. Use those words as the fuel that is gonna make you go forward in life. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So continuing with our guest, okay. So we are going to be taking a little break, and we're going to continue the conversations with these women, but we're going to have a little bit of entertainment, and we are going to be presenting a group that is going to do a presentation. Is Sol Cuyano. They are ballet and dance company. So I want you to give them a big round of applause and let them do their thing.
Yeah, go ahead. Está. Sí, ¿verdad? ¿Cómo?
Okay, Mother's Day. We want to be very romantic for all the moms present here. Como es el Día de las Madres que vamos a celebrar hoy día, aunque es mañana, pero como mamá nos mereceremos la celebración todos los días del año, ¿no? Vamos a hacer una samba bien tradicional y romántica para todos ustedes.
Bien, gracias. Thank you so much. We are going to continue, but before continue, I want to say that we are streaming this event, so it's going to stay on the platform of De la Mano con Lucy and Lucy Santiago, and then we are going to download it into our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel called De la Mano con Lucy. So if you want to see it again, you'll be able to go to our YouTube channel or go to the Facebook page, De la Mano con Lucy or Lucy Santiago. So thank you. And also, I want to take the opportunity and I'm going to ask you to please give a big applause to my right hand, Professor Walter Barco Bahaña. He's an artist. He contributes to the organization, but he's also been my camera person and filming for me today. Gracias, Professor. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes.
Also, whatever you're also filming, we're going to pass it to the library.org YouTube site.
Are you hearing that? So everything is going to be transferred to the JC library, and some Walter Barco, our professor artwork, is also displayed here, so you'll be able to see it. So that's a little hint. Thank you. Gracias, Professor. Gracias, Patricia. And we're going to continue with this wonderful lady. Now, I would like to pass the microphone to Gillian Sarjeant-Allen. Hi, Gillian. How are you? Thank you so much. So I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Absolutely. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. I do not have any Spanish translation to offer. So
No worries. If they have questions, they can raise their hand and I'm here.
Perfect. First, I want to thank Ms. Vega. Great gathering of women and folks, and thank you so much for your hard work and. Wife, thank you so much for activating library. So necessary. So I'll tell you what I do, and then I'll tell you who I am. Is that all right? Yeah. Okay. So first off, I am a community organizer. That's the simplest way to describe me. I walk into communities and get to know them, primarily those who are Black and brown, and marginalized, or struggling and having difficulties, and we work together to create beautiful magic and economic opportunity for them within their boundaries, right? So that's the work I do. I work for Garden State CDC. We are an affordable housing developer here in Hudson County, and we also are the first point of contact for the homeless population in the county of Hudson, right? So that's the work that I do. I connect people, I connect organizations for the collective benefit, right? So who am I? So I heard a little bit of myself from wonderful ladies here. I am a first-generation American. My parents are from Trinidad and Tobago, so I was raised as an immigrant in this country because, right, piano lessons and, right, all that. but I'm also from Brooklyn, New York, East Flatbush. I have family in Venezuela because Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela are so close to each other. I am a mother of two, a 30-year-old and a 26-year-old. My daughter's a firefighter for the city of Jersey City. My granddaughter is a piece of work. It's a beautiful thing, Sophia Logan. I love you. I am a friend. I am a daughter, a mother, again, but I'm also a human being, right? So humans that connect in this life is what I'm really interested in getting to know people and the ways that we connect, and commonalities that exist between us. I worked as a leader in nonprofit spaces for some time, and it was during COVID, and I realized during that period that you were being extracted from, and this is Gillian's opinion, nobody else is right, just Gillian's, right? I'm not speaking on behalf of anyone, that our essence was extracted from us, being separate and apart from each other, disconnected. We lost our ability to relate to each other, and I'm excited for us to be back out together to grow beautiful gardens together of peace, harmony, and goodwill. I will tell you that I come from a family of professionals. We are nurses, doctors, architects, etc. And I am one of the few members of my family that didn't complete college. And so that part of my story is one that I use to connect with communities in Jersey City, and I live in Newark currently, in Newark, because the success is relative. We define what success is for ourselves. And if we are only making it about an academic achievement, then we're really not our whole person isn't being considered. So that's who I am. Is that enough?
Oh, that's not
Okay, great.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. You are really a true inspiration. I tell you what, now I had the opportunity of talking to all these women. I mean, we could go on for hours on the phone. So I am so happy for the blessing of getting to know you and just to have you and be part of me. Thank you for that. Now, I hear that you're proud of not in one of the recipients of college education. Did I hear that right?
So I went to college.
You did, yeah.
A few times, yes, I did.
Uh-huh.
Getting a degree that
Did.
came from, right?
Yeah. That's what I wanted to get to that, because I'm right there with you, sis. I'm right there with you. I'm only 36 credits short. So that proves that, you know what, you need to be determined, correct? You need to have your goals straightforward and know what you want in life, especially when you allow yourself not to be selfish and dedicate yourself to the community and to others. I think that's the magic. Am I correct?
You are absolutely correct.
Super. So I'm gonna go with our next guest, and then we're gonna start doing all questions. So we're gonna make it a conversation. Patricia's asking me to say it a little bit in Spanish, what she just said. Okay, yes. For the people that don't speak Spanish, so I'm just going to tell you a little bit about Gillian. Ella es una líder de la comunidad quien se ha dedicado a ir a comunidades donde ella puede dar su conocimiento y ayudar a las personas de diferentes maneras. Ha ayudado y ha colaborado con diferentes organizaciones de la comunidad. Ella tiene más de 20 años de servicio trabajando con comunidades que están en desarrollo por medio de Ay, perdón, de real estate por mala. Ay, Dios mío, se me enreda la lengua. ¿Ustedes pueden creer una cosa como esta? Se me lengua la traba. No estoy ni en uno ni en el otro, pero bueno, eso es para que ustedes se rían también un poquito, porque caramba. Hablando de Gillian, ¿qué pasa con esta área? Se apagó. Se apaga. No me quiere. No me quiere. The microphone doesn't love me. Ok, continuando, hablando de Gillian, como le estaba diciendo, ella se ha dedicado 20 años, más de 20 años en trabajo comunitario, ayudando a levantar comunidades. Ella trabaja no solamente con comunidades de color, sino con toda la comunidad en general, donde ha tenido que levantar el desarrollo, tanto desarrollo social como desarrollo de vivienda. Y ella también habló, si no me equivoco, de lo que son los jardines comunitarios. ¿Alguien tiene alguna pregunta? ¿Estamos claros? Ok, bueno, pues vamos a pasar con nuestra siguiente invitada. Esta es Liyun, que está a mi izquierda. La voy a dejar con ella para que ella hable un poquito de ella, para que pueda decirle un poquito sobre ella y después yo entro y le digo en español. ¿Ok? Welcome. I guess I have to stay straight. You see, I can't move. Welcome to this conference. We're so happy to have you. And I'm going to let you introduce yourself and talk a little bit about you. And then we're going to go to the round of questions.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Liyun. Oh, like this? Okay. My name is Liyun, and I have been living in Jersey City for over 50 years. I'm so honored to be here this afternoon at Jersey City Library's Mother's Day celebration, surrounded by extraordinary women that has made a huge difference in our community. I just want to share a little bit about my story and my journey from the finance world to the realm of nonprofit organizations. I was born and raised in China. After graduating from college, I made a very bold decision. I want to pursue higher education and go overboard to see what the world is. I applied for graduate schools in the United States. Luckily, I was admitted by North Carolina State University's PhD program. So I completed my PhD in statistics in 2006. It's also at Raleigh, North Carolina, I met my husband. And he is also from China, but he's from the very northern part of China. And I'm from the very southern part of China. We went to different universities. It's not like our decision to come to the United States. We will never meet each other. And then Matthew will never meet over. So after completing my PhD degree, I came to New York to work in the finance industry. So I worked at multiple firms hold different leadership roles. So before I resigned my job last year. Before that, I was the head of quantitative analysis at the structured investment department at Schroders Investment Company, which is the largest pension fund firm in Great England. So the whole financial path, right, that career was very rewarding and challenging. But deep down, I always feel this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life. I know there's something missing. I'm always a big believer in volunteering work because I know that makes a huge impact on the persons and on the individuals and on the society. But I have been very actively involved in multiple charity and nonprofit organizations. But I always do that as a side of my full-time job, right? So, but at one point, like especially during the pandemic, I start to ask myself questions like, where do you really want to devote all your time and energy to, because the financial job is not easy, right? So you have to work overtime. You have to be responsible for your client's money. One funny note is when my son was little, people asked him, like, what does your mom do? What does your dad do? He's like, they just manage money, other people's money. That's kind of true, but there's a huge responsibility, right? Our clients, including very big pension funds of like state employees, like firefighters, right? So we need to take that very seriously. So like I start to think about that, and I have very deep discussions with my family, my husband, and he is very, very supportive. He's like, job, what you want to do, go for it. So last year, I made the decision to just leave the financial world, leave my professional world completely, and devote all my time to charity and nonprofit work. Now I'm involved in 3 organizations. One of them is Overseas Saves the Chinese Children Foundation, which I have been involved for over 10 years. I'm involved with that organization is because my mom is the most beautiful, most smartest, most loving human being I know. I love you, Mom. So, but she didn't have a happy childhood. Before she was born, her father passed away. And when she was 3 years old, her mother, because of the depression, and everything, decided to take her own life. So my mom became an orphan when she was only 3 years old. Imagine the difficulty she has to went through, during the 60s, 50s and 60s in China. But she's like the most positive woman like that. She's never let that, take her down. But she did not get the opportunity to have full education because at that time, especially in the, we all know the gender disparity in areas of China, especially the rural areas. The families usually put a higher priority of the boys' education over the girls. So this foundation, we want to provide medical and educational aid to those in need in those areas. Especially, we want to empower the young girls. So we want to let them know, there's a group of people overseas. We want to help you. We want to support you in whatever way you want. And another organization we are actually in the process of starting it. It's called Big Hope Little Warrior Foundation. So 1 year ago, I want to share this story anyway because 1 year ago, my very close friend and neighbor, Gillian, she came to my home, tears dripping down her face, to share this news with me. Her 4-year-old son was diagnosed with pediatric brain cancer. It was very, very shocking to me because they, not a very, a long time ago, they just came back from Florida with a very joyful family vacation. Richard, I know him, because we live in the same building, we're so close. He's always happy and healthy. You don't know a hint why he have the cancer, right? So, but that's the reality. You have the surgery of 8 hours. They have to, the doctors cut 97% of that tumor, but because the rest is so close to the essential part of the brain, they cannot touch it. So he went through numerous rounds of chemotherapy, and radiotherapy. But I want to share the good news today because after 1 year, he is 100% recovered. Yeah, he's in great health today. So, but through this journey, I'm every step along the way with her family, we find out there is a lot of difficulty. Battling with the cancer is already very, very difficult, right? But as an immigrant family, you have a culture shock, you have a language barrier, you don't know a lot of resources people grow up here know. So, and they, Jingyi, they have kind of went through this process, right? She wants to share her story, she wants to share what she learned, she wants to, so we decided to start this foundation. So the purpose is to help people, bring people together, to let them know you don't need to feel isolated. As this process, there are people who went through this. Some of them was maybe not successful, but maybe they lost their loved ones, but they have so much to share, and we can provide so much emotional support, financial support. So we are like working through that goal right now. The third organization is right here in Jersey City. It's TongYan Chinese School in Jersey City. So my involvement with the organization started when my son, at 4 years old, we want him to take Mandarin lessons. And so we find this organization. It's actually funded by a couple of Chinese parents. They want to find this place to for their children to learn the language and the culture, but they cannot find it anywhere. So they decided to start their own. So we went there, like every Sunday weekends, we would go to the school, and Matthew would be taking Mandarin classes and like some sports programs. And I also participate in the adult programs. So they have like mom dance groups, they have the fitness groups for parents. So it's not just like a place you take language lessons, it becomes a community, right? You meet other Chinese families. Like over time, the two of my best friends in Jersey City, I met them through the Chinese school. But the school had a lot of difficulties during the pandemic. We have stopped running for the last 2 years. And like a lot of the founding members and the volunteers, they moved away. They moved out of the area. So that also added to the difficulty for the operation. So last year, the founding director came to me because I have always been their volunteer. I do their event organization. I'm their photographer. I'm their like a fundraiser because the school just basically relying on volunteers. So he came to me. He's like, I think you are the right person to be the next principal. At that time, I'm still working full time. I'm a mom. I'm a full-time worker. I don't think I can do this, right? And I don't want to be like taking this role, but I cannot devote all. I think you find someone who can do this. But 2 months later, he came back to me. He's like, I just can't find anyone. So after the careful consideration, I said, okay, I'm going to try to balance, So I'm like trying to devote my time to school, my family, work. And finally, I find I can't. So that's when I made the decision to fully leave my job and to devote most of my time to the school. The goal is to bring back the in-person class because in this community, our Chinese community in Jersey City, we do need such a organization, a place to unite, to support each other, to just have fun together. Maybe I talk too much. I always prepare. But I think I need that. Essentially, I've heard so many women sharing their stories. I feel we just, no matter if my English is good or not, like if you just share your story, your true feelings, your true passion. I'm just happy to be here. Thank you.
Yes. Now I'm gonna try to encapsulate all that into Spanish. Nada digital. Lisa, ella es su trabajo principal desde la pandemia. Ella una mujer muy exitosa dentro de la industria de las finanzas. Trabajó para una compañía muy importante donde por muchos años estuvo dedicada, más de 15 años dedicada a lo que era el mundo de las finanzas. También mientras estudiaba y hacía su doctorado, conoció a su esposo. Son de diferentes partes de China. Ella es del sur, you're from the south, correct? Y el esposo es de la parte norte de China. Imagínense ustedes las vueltas que da la vida. Se encuentran dentro del mundo de las finanzas. Los dos, your husband is also in the finance world. Yes. El esposo de ella continúa trabajando dentro del mundo de las finanzas, pero ella siempre ha dedicado su tiempo a diferentes organizaciones haciendo voluntariado. Una de las organizaciones es el Chinese Children Foundation, la otra es TongYan Children's School in Jersey City y Big Hope Little Warrior of Cancer Foundation. Esta última nació por la inspiración de una vecina de ella, su niño de 4 años, fue diagnosticado con cáncer cerebral y pues gracias al trabajo que pudieron hacer, 97% del cáncer fue removido y la historia bonita es que el niño se ha podido recuperar, así que eso son cosas muy bonitas. Ella se ha dedicado a esta escuela, al TongYan Chinese School de Jersey City, donde después de la pandemia, ella decidió, yo creo que el tiempo de la pandemia fue un tiempo que nos hizo reflexionar a todos en muchos aspectos y nos hizo poner nuestras prioridades en orden y nos hizo poner nuestras prioridades en lo que más nos gusta hacer. Y para las personas que nos dedicamos a lo que es el voluntariado y trabajar con la comunidad, yo creo que eso fue como un turning point, un punto que nos hizo girar. Y eso puedo decirlo yo directamente. A ella la hizo dar la vuelta y dedicarse a esta escuela que estaba pasando por momentos difíciles y necesitaba algo para poderla levantar y sacarla adelante. Y después de mucho pensarlo y analizarlo, ella decidió y ok.
Hola. ¿Ustedes somos otro? Sí. ¿Hello? ¿Así? Ok. Quiero dar gracias a cada una, pero quiero decir que hoy es un día muy especial y ya sabemos que mañana se celebra un día que todos nos tenemos. Somos madres, somos mujeres, tenemos una madre que celebrar. Tengo algo especial para cada una de ellas. La luz que ellos también la boca. Así que por un lado Luis y el otro lado Sofía le den a cada señora una rosita para nosotros, porque no sé si ustedes tomorrow being Mother's Day and celebrating and giving everybody a special gift. Okay? Thank you all. You guys, give me one second.
While they take a break.
Ay, cafecito.
little break. Thank you so much for the detail of the flowers. We really, really, truly enjoyed that. Oh my God, looking at our next generation, looking at right here. Please give them an applause, these beautiful babies. Introduce our next guest. So, this woman, her name is Yraida Aponte-Liski. I'm going to let her introduce herself. Yraida, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being an extraordinary woman and do all the work that you guys do. So I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for having me here. It is a pleasure and honor to be here. So when she called me and she talked to me about it, I was so excited and I said, yeah, I know. The only thing you don't think like you have too many things to do in one day that you cannot be all over the place at once. But I'm here. My name is Yraida Aponte-Liski. I am from Dominican Republic. Very proud I came to this country. I became a hygienist over here, a dental hygienist. Then I went to do my bachelor in biology, and then I felt like I still need to go on, so I went to do my master in public health. So, that's what I'm right, perfect time, because that's what I do. Helping others, reaching out to others, and whoever needs, help, that's what we're there for. County, most of the people, they don't know much about the county. The county does a lot of work. We had to oversee 12 municipalities, and we had to oversee that huge budget to make sure that the money is allocated and is going to the right place and at the right time and to the right people. So we had to do with the county jail, county school, county road, hospital, county hospital, the sheriff department. It's a lot. It's a huge umbrella that the county had to do with. So that's what I'm doing right now as a commissioner, and I'm running for re-election right now. So that's what I'm very busy running all over the place. Thank you. Okay, so la voy a ayudar a ella porque como sé español, lo puedo traducir yo misma. So, como les dije, mi nombre es Yraida. Es un nombre un poco diferente, como yo le digo, unique. Yraida Aponte-Liski. That's my husband, the Liski. And yo vine de la República Dominicana en los 80, estaba teenager. Vine a New York City. Fui a la escuela para ser higienista dental, aunque fui a mi país a ser una dentista, pero era muy difícil, como ustedes saben, por el idioma. Cuando uno va a otro país que no se habla su idioma, usted se siente perdido, se siente como que no pertenece a esa área. Para mí fue muy fácil hacer un higienista porque es en la misma carrera. Y después de eso, pues fui a la escuela otra vez para hacer mi biología en ciencia, mi bachillerato de biología en ciencia. Y entonces, siempre me gusta seguir indagando, estudiando, aprendiendo, porque todos ustedes, todo el mundo aprende, aunque tú no te lo creas, todos los días uno aprende algo nuevo. Pues me fui a hacer mi maestría o masterado. Maestría. Me fui a hacer mi maestría en salud pública y es muy importante porque yo pensé que no la iba a usar, pero quería hacerlo. Y eso es lo que estoy haciendo ahora como comisionada. Estoy ayudando principalmente mucho en lo que se refiere a la salud pública, a la comunidad. Eso es lo más importante para mí.
Gracias por eso. Y yo creo que en la salud pública necesitamos mucha ayuda, porque la verdad que nuestras familias, particularmente nuestras familias con niños especiales, necesitan mucho en lo que es la salud pública. Y bueno, yo ahora quiero abrir la sesión a quienes tengan preguntas. Yo quise que...
Okay. My job is also... ¿Todo el mundo se siente cómodo aquí que lo diga en español? ¿O lo digo en inglés y lo traduzco en español? I said in English and I translate in Spanish, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, I'm so sorry. I just didn't mention that right now I work for the state. I manage a grant for the New Jersey Department of Health for the Children Oral Health Program for the Central Region of New Jersey. And I'm so excited because Hudson is in the Central Region of New Jersey, according to the map that the state draw, okay? So it's very important because I go to the school, I have educators also that we go to the school, we teach the kids, and the parents, sometimes they are present, how to take care of your team, which is very important. We don't think about that, but that's part of us. It's the whole, like I call it, the whole caboodle. Everything enter through your mouth, and you have to be very aware of that, and how important it is to take care of your oral health. Then when you go to your doctor to take care of your general health, that is very important. That is all combined. And by doing that, that helped me to really reach out to people, and I've opened the door for them to understand how important that is. Because when you mention dentists, they are afraid. They don't think that's important to go to the dentist and check the teeth. I say yes, that's as important as going to the doctor, to the GYN, to the general doctor, to the other doctor, and to the other doctor, to the memory doctor. It is important as much as those doctors, and people don't understand that, but when you explain to them, so they understand. So, lo que estaba diciendo es que yo manejo una grant del Estado para un programa muy importante de la salud bucal para los niños. Vamos a la escuela y le enseñamos a los niños cómo deben de cuidarse sus dientes para prevenir las caries tempranas. Y a los padres ayudándolos cómo deben de darle el biberón, cómo deben de limpiar la boca después que le dan el biberón, después que le dan el seno, porque eso es muy importante. Por eso es que los niños a veces tienen caries a muy temprana edad, con los dientes de bebé se les daña y hay que sacárselo, y después tienen problemas con los dientes de adultos. So, eso es lo que estoy haciendo ahora mismo.
Gracias, muchas gracias. Un tema muy importante y un tema supremamente controversial, que es el de la salud oral, porque todos tenemos miedo a lo que es ir al dentista. Siempre nos asustan en la casa. Voy a llevar al dentista. Entonces es importante decir, ir adiestrando a los niños desde temprana edad y hacerlos que se vayan acostumbrando al dentista, que lo vean como algo común y que es parte de su normal y parte del crecimiento. Como le dije, ahora ya estás escuchando cada una de ellas hace. A mí me gustaría abrir la oportunidad de quienes tienen preguntas. Yo me voy a levantar de aquí y si quieren yo llego hasta donde ustedes para que me digan las preguntitas y se las hacemos aquí a las damas. Así que, ¿quién le gustaría ir primero? I'm just opening the floor to anybody that has questions. We had already heard what each one of these women do. So I'm just going to open the floor. If anybody has any questions, I'll be coming to you. So let me go around. So it gives me a little chance to walk to. So I'm coming around. Yes, they're gonna keep these in here so you guys can, to whoever it is, address the question. Yes. Okay. I don't mind.
Hi, I'm Lourdes Maldonado. Patricia. I met her. Thank you for inviting me. I did tear up a little. You all have a beautiful, unique girl school.
Yes.
But
Yes.
You're wonderful. And then also I feel
go first? Her, thank you. La pregunta de ella tiene su hijo bipolar y entonces ella quiere saber cómo ella puede iniciar, qué paso tiene que dar para iniciar una estación sin fines. También para las personas que no tienen hogar.
So, you know, may God richly bless you, right, for all that work that you're doing. And you started, right? You started sharing yourself with others. And it's a very important part of the process. I would recommend, so Garden State CDC is always has volunteers that they do need to support the work. It is a very challenging work. Because it's hard. I was just having this conversation today in light of the gentleman who was killed on the train in New York City. He was, right? So the challenge there, it's a very heartbreaking situation. You can't require people to have themselves, right? You can't make them stay. So the question is, what work can we do? And if you partner with an organization doing the work already, getting an idea of maybe there's a gap that you can help fill there with them, and then it will be about structuring your nonprofit and getting, you know, the business registration, and then you're on board because you need all that. But just doing the work right now without any other motivation than just human to human connection. God bless you, my dear. God bless you. So if you have anything that you hit me up, I'm happy to talk to you anytime. So yeah, happy to help that.
Just give me a minute so I can go in Spanish for those that don't. Okay. Ella le está diciendo que hay oportunidades que puede hacer y le está sugiriendo que primero sea voluntario con una organización que ya está haciendo el trabajo, vaya aprendiendo de esa organización para entonces luego pueda ella independizarse, que es una excelente idea. Hay organizaciones que ya están haciendo el trabajo, ella puede ver qué parte del trabajo es el que ella puede contribuir y también se le felicita por estar haciendo el trabajo que está haciendo en la comunidad, aunque ella no tiene su organización sin fines de lucro aún. Okay, so vamos.
Yeah, thank you for your question. I feel women and mother, we have a natural ability to nurture, protect, and uplift those around us. So your action, the things you want to do is reflect that. Thank you. So I want to talk about a little bit the practical aspect of starting a nonprofit organization because we just went through that process for Big Hope Little Warrior Foundation. So you need to have 3 board of directors and you need to have a mission of your organization, bylaws and procedures because as an organization there is that also operation part of that. So like in terms of disagreement, the directors, they have like a voting process to decide how do you want to operate, how do you want to distribute your funding. So if you don't have an attorney that can help you through that process, it's basically, I don't think you even need an attorney, right, to start a nonprofit. Yeah, you don't. But our foundation is because that's related to like a medical course, so we want to be very cautious because once we give people suggestions about the resources, we don't want to think that as a official, like a professional opinion, right? So we don't want to get ourselves into trouble. That's why we talk to an attorney and help us establish that foundation. But to start any nonprofit, you don't even need that. You know, yeah, it's a very simple process, and I can help you with that if you we can connect. You know.
A ver, ahora, sí está trabajando. Ella está diciendo que para empezar una organización sin fines de lucro, solamente el estado de New Jersey requiere 3 personas. para el board member. Ella tiene que tener una visión, una misión y poder, aparte de eso, entonces, poderse registrar con el Estado y llenar los documentos para poder hacer de non-profit. Ella está ofreciéndole la ayuda, que te puede colaborar con eso, así que puedes conectar con ella. Es un proceso bastante simple, yo puedo decirte también, porque hice mi organización, Fundación Manos a la Ayuda, es una non-profit, y es un proceso bastante simple. Después que tienes los 3 board members, te registras con el Estado. Yo les recomiendo a las personas que tengan un contable que te ayude a hacer el papeleo inicial y luego de ahí el proceso para ser non-profit, ese sí que es un poquito más largo, es una cantidad de documentos que hay que llenar, eso sí se coge un poquito más de tiempo, pero si se hace como tiene que ser, en cuestión de 3-4 meses, cuando máximo 8 meses ya puedes tener tu certificación. Pero sí se puede hacer. Bueno, ¿alguna otra pregunta? Any other questions? Okay.
Where do you get your inspiration for your art? And then this is Mom. I didn't know Jersey City had a big Chinese community. And this is the first time I've ever heard that you have a Chinese school that is actually running. So what's the population of the Chinese in Jersey City?
The Chinese community is mainly on the waterfront area, like from Newport Exchange Place to Grove Street. So we actually, after I took the role, we hold the first ever Chinese New Year celebration in February. We did not expect many people to come because it's kind of people still cautious about the COVID. So we rented a facility that capacity is 250. We opened up the registration within 1 day. That's maximum was reached. Yeah. And we tried to open to general public because we didn't want that to be a Chinese only celebration. But within 1 day, we reached that max. So I know next year I need to find a bigger menu. Councilman James Solomon came to our celebration, and he shared that Chinese American community population in Jersey City becomes like 10% of the whole Jersey City population right now. It's a fast-growing community. Yes.
Okay. Una de las preguntas que él hace, no sabía que hasta que ella hace su presentación, que la comunidad de Jersey City tenía una población de asiáticos. Él está preguntando que si ella le puede decir cuánta es la cantidad. Ella está hablando de es un 10%, pero han tenido una ayuda del Council. Suzzynam está y expandiendo más la comunidad.
Hello. Yeah, well, I always say like we always have something special, like a privilege, how we can heal things in life. There is art. So most of my inspiration is my own life, but currently I believe my biggest inspiration to move things forward and succeed is like I don't have any other thing in my mind like succeed in life is my daughter.
La otra pregunta que él hizo él preguntó sobre qué es la inspiración para ella, para su arte, qué le inspira. Y
sí, bueno, la respuesta fue que nosotros, los artistas, yo pienso y siento que los artistas tenemos el privilegio de hacer arte y a través del arte podemos sanar muchas cosas en la vida y podemos expresarnos. Y pues la inspiración de mi arte principalmente es mi vida, es lo que vivo, lo que siento. Pero actualmente creo que lo que más me inspira en dejar un legado, en construir, en tener éxito para mí, no hay otra cosa que el éxito en este momento es mi hija, es ser madre.
Add on to something. To your question, so we, the Jersey City TongYan School, we are going to resume our in-person class in September this year. On June 4th afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m., we are going to have our open house. It's free. Everybody here is welcome to come. So it's going to be at the PS3 at 111 Bright Street in Jersey City. You know, the Asian market, 99 Ranch, it's like a 1 minute walking distance. If you search PS3, you know, you will see the address. So our school doesn't only offer Chinese language classes. We have lots of other programs, including like youth sport, adult sport. One unique program of our school is table tennis. So anyone who wants to learn table tennis and wants to have the coach come to your home, contact me. And we have online adult Chinese learning programs. So we have wonderful teachers located right here in Jersey City. We also have wonderful teachers in China. They can teach you Chinese from anywhere, your home, your office, anywhere you want.
Ellos ofrecen cursos de chino. Usted lo puede hacer desde su hogar y lo pueden hacer de cualquier parte del mundo. Ellos están abriendo, van a tener un open house. Junio 4, de 2 a 4 de la tarde. What's the address? Okay, PS 133, 133 o 111. Ahí, 111 Bright Street. ¿Escucharon? 111 Bright Street. Así que junio 4. Junio 4. De 2 a 4. ¿La anotaron? A ver, anoten. Mi mamá siempre decía, más vale lápiz chiquito que memoria grande. Así que bueno, por aquí vamos con la próxima pregunta.
Alexandra, do you have any problem you living in Venezuela, especially art or Maduro administration?
Él está preguntando que si cuando ella estaba en Venezuela, ella tuvo algún problema con el régimen del señor Maduro expresando su arte.
Thank you for your question. No, to be honest, in Venezuela, I didn't have any political problem. In Venezuela, the art for me was more like a hobby, and I came to this country like pursuing. And yeah, in Venezuela, no, I didn't get into politics. En Venezuela no, yo no tuve ningún problema con la política de mi país. Yo no hacía arte, lo hacía más como un hobby cuando estuve en Venezuela y también por eso es la razón por la que me vine en este país, como para perseguir más el sueño americano en el mundo del arte.
La segunda pregunta es, ¿qué clase de arte tú practicabas en Venezuela? What type of art you practice in Venezuela?
In Venezuela, how I said before, I didn't have the practice I didn't do it like a hobby. I used to do it like a hobby. So I used to paint maybe the beach or my family or something like more anything that I used to see. But since I'm here, my practice is more focused. So I can currently I'm working in a series about the flora and fauna of my country, the indigenous people. So currently my art is more with a purpose. Before in Venezuela was more like a hobby because I used to have a full-time job and I didn't think like taking it that serious. Mi arte cuando pintaba en Venezuela era más como un hobby, entonces no
como un propósito o un concepto, mi arte, más bien desde que vine más con esa mente, con esa goal, con ese propósito en mi mente, es cuando ya mi arte toma más conciencia, más concepto. Y, por ejemplo, actualmente mi última serie está dedicada a la flora, fauna, a los indígenas de mi país, también como una manera de llamar la atención de lo que está sucediendo en el Amazonas y cómo estamos perdiendo la cultura con los indígenas, la cultura ancestral de los indígenas.
Aquí tenemos otra preguntita. We have another question here. So get your questions because I'm coming around.
Hablo español. Primero quiero agradecer a la señora Patricia por su primer lugar que me tocaba. Recién llegamos hace 2 meses, hace muy poco, con mi esposo. Y bueno, estoy muy feliz y quiero agradecer a todas ustedes por inspirarnos todas. Muchas gracias. Mi pregunta es, yo soy diseñadora de moda y soy una convencida que a través de la moda podemos dar mensajes muy poderosos. En Colombia trabajo con mujeres supervivientes de cáncer de mama, y acá quiero seguir haciendo. Entonces la pregunta es tan profunda de todas, ¿cómo a través de la moda también se puede aportar a las distintas causas de cada una de ustedes?
Okay. I've been living here in this country for 2 months. Thank you to Patricia who opened that door. That was the first person that opened the door to me here. And my question is, I am a clothing designer, and I want to know how through being a clothing designer, I can contribute to all of your causes, and we can work together to help other communities and other women. So the question goes to all of you. So whichever want to go first. And I also work with women who have breast cancer in my country, and I want to continue that work here. So who wants to go first? Okay, I'm going to start here. I'm going to go around.
Bueno, yo te lo digo en español primero. Primero, estar aquí es el primer paso para conectar con personas. Y yo creo que, por supuesto, con la moda, con el arte, uno puede abarcar todo. Entonces, con cada comunidad tú puedes trabajar tu arte. Por lo menos yo trabajo con la comunidad venezolana, ¿okay? ¿Cómo podemos, entre lo que tú haces, conectar con la comunidad venezolana y así con cada una, conectarlo con el arte, haciendo de pronto recaudar fondos y cosas así para las cosas cada uno. In English, I said the first thing for her, for the project she wants to do, is the first thing is being here, of course, and connect with one of each of us. And second, I believe art and what she does in the design industry, we can connect easily with any cause. And she can connect with each one and support the cause in any way, maybe with a fundraise event, or she can do maybe one runaway about one of the causes, things like that. También eso puede hacer una pasarela con alguna de las causas.
So who's going to interpret for me? Anybody? Okay. I'm excited about the makerness of you, like who you are as a maker, and as an example for our young women, especially, that you, with your talents, can create, beautiful pieces of clothing, but also support a community through that medium, right? So there are schools. I was working with Rising Tide Capital. Not sure if anybody is aware of that. Entrepreneurial training program here in Jersey City and throughout the state. There are many women who are looking to figure out what could their future look like. So you could be an inspiration or an example for them. So I can easily connect you to those who are leading those efforts. And we have class in Spanish so that we can make sure that there's no language barrier. But just being an example for others and speaking about your work and how you arrived here, telling your story, similar to what we're doing here, would be helpful to the folks in my community, and especially those young women in school, right, and high school looking for their career path. Okay.
Ella te está diciendo que te felicita por el trabajo, por ser una joven que está aspirando a con tu trabajo y con lo que sabes contribuir a la comunidad. Ella te puede ayudar en darte la guía porque los recursos están aquí en Jersey City que tú los puedes obtener y ella te puede ayudar a conectarte para que puedas continuar también con tu historia, con tu ejemplo, no solamente avanzando en lo que tú deseas hacer con la moda, sino también en la comunidad. ¿Yeah?
Thank you. So my mom is also a clothing maker, but she doesn't make for anyone else. She makes for our family. Before I turned 10, my mom makes all my clothes and some of my shoes even. Yeah, so thank you for that. I don't know where I can help you connect with other organizations, but I welcome you to join our community. You know, you can come to us and share with our Chinese family what you do, and we can have maybe a workshop or something to show your work, you know, to present that. And we also are huge fan. I'm personally a huge fan of traditional clothing. So we do during our Chinese New Year celebration. We had one program. It's a traditional clothing runway show. So all the moms and the girls, they wear a hanfu, which is a traditional costume, and then did a runway show. And I talk, and maybe you can get some inspiration from different cultures. You know, that can add to your design work.
Okay. Ella quiere ofrecerte la oportunidad de que vengas a la escuela para poder contribuir contigo y ver de qué manera te puede ayudar. Te da las gracias porque su mamá también era costurera, así que pues le toca el corazón a ella también y quiere que te contribuyas. Puedes venir para ella poder ver cómo te puede contribuir a tu causa y ayudarte con algunas workshops y también conectarte con las personas que tienen. Okay, so here we go. Our next
Hi, good afternoon. The question was an awesome question. And I feel that the way for you to get out there and to put it out there is to have fashion shows, to go to the communities, to Taiwan areas, and see maybe if you can rent the gym and put your work out there with cards, pictures. And I think that that'll do it. I think that you'll become a name.
A very interesting question, and such a young lady, and just coming, out of your country to such a new and diverse and, different from our country. So congratulations and welcome to America. What you're doing as a commissioner, that's what we will support. I was just having a forum in Journal Square area, and that's what we were talking about, small business. So anytime you want to go to the commissioner's chamber, we talk to you, we guide you, we help you, and we tell you where to go, what to do. There's a lot of things out there for small business, and that we support, especially women, small business women. Okay? So lo que le estaba diciendo a ella, que como comisionada, hoy mismo estaba en un debate y estamos hablando de eso mismo para apoyar pequeños negocios, principalmente mujeres. Estamos apoyando, el condado está apoyando mucho, dando dinero, porque el dinero está ahí, lo que hay que saber dónde ir y con quién hablar. Para eso, y sobre todo, lo más importante, la causa que ella está haciendo eso, para ayudar a otras personas que lo necesitan. Mucha admiración, mucha suerte, y te puedes comunicar conmigo cuando termine para nosotros hablar sobre cómo podemos ayudarte para comenzar tu business.
Perfecto. Bueno, gracias a todos ustedes por todas sus preguntas. Thank you to all of you for all your questions. Even though we had the issue with this microphone, who didn't love me before, but it seems like he loves me now. I'm going to pass the baton to Patricia so we can finish up the and thank you so much.
everybody. We have a flamenco dancer. Her name is Natalia Rosado. And I want to introduce her not just as our performer today, but I want to introduce her as a friend, because she has, and not only a friend to me personally, but also as a collaborator in many of my programs that I had in Biblioteca Criolla. So, Tendencia Dancer, can you please come over here? Muchas gracias.
I just want to tell you a few words. Yes, I'm Natalia. My name is Natalia. And I'm group member of Cadencia del Flamenco. And today we have a surprise for you, like I'm going to tell later. We have a lot of surprises. And I want to start our whole program with a dance that's called Tacos de Malaga. So it's like traditional dance, traditional music from Malaga, Spain. And as you know, in Spain, the audience is fully responsible how good is a dancer. So if I bad dance, it's because of you. You know why? Because you have to do me a lot of jaleos. Do you know what is jaleos? Yes, can you do it? A lot of applause, right? What else? Well, you can say words, right? Which one? Palabra. Muy bien, muy bien. Muy bien, pero no muy bien. Necesito mejor. What else you know? What else you can say? Guapa, yes. What else? Toma. Okay? Okay. So please, I need your help. Okay? Thank you. So this is the Tacos de Malaga dance from Spain. Thanks a lot. You were a very good audience. I didn't hear the music in it, so nobody can tell that I was out. No problem, right? And now is the biggest surprise that we have for today. It's performance, first-time performance of flamenco group Biblioteca La Criolla. This program, thanks to Patricia, thank you for hosting. This program was happened because of support from Jersey City Arts Council, and we had classes in Biblioteca La Criolla, and we prepared performance for you. And I really want you to support these dancers because we have just 10 classes. Or how many? Well, and we are already ready to perform. Not everybody survived, but next time you also will be in our group, I hope. And this time we will prepare for you, we will perform for you Tangos del Titi. Okay, it's very famous song by Esperanza Fernandez, and I want to invite to hear my flamenco Biblioteca La Criolla group. Seconds, you still can applause us.
By the way, these are all our patrons. Todos ellos son usuarios nuestros, de nuestra biblioteca. Ellos vinieron a practicar el flamenco con Natalia, así que son principiantes. Me siento muy orgullosa de llamarlas las flamencas de la biblioteca.
traditional song from Condado. And we have another group of dancers. Hello, hello, please come. Take your spot.
a muchos, a mi director Terry Hill, que está por allá, a la esposa, mi familia, mi madre, que me mira, está muy orgullosa de que muchos de ustedes, a la familia de Dios. Quiero también dar gracias porque estos eventos no son fáciles de manejar y hacer tantas cosas. Doy gracias a cada una de ustedes que han puesto palabras de inspiración a cada uno de nosotros, que han llevado ustedes memorias siempre, no solamente de las palabras y las ejemplos que ellos han dado, pero también que se vayan con un recuerdo de la Biblioteca Criolla. Quiero que sepan que aquí tenemos un equipo tan grande. Quiero dar gracias a William, a Luis, a Eloísa, pusieron parte un poquito de lo que fue esto. Muchas gracias a cada uno. También quiero decir que tenemos estas flores muy bonitas donadas por una amiga mía, la señora Elizabeth. Elizabeth, que cada una de ustedes se va a dar. Pueden venir y hablar con cada una de ellas. Dice que pueden ir a ver el arte de Alexandra y también pueden hablar con cada una de ellas. Así que ahora les voy a pedir, vamos a servir comida. Yo sé que ya está hasta desmayada, tengo una hambre que no me aguanto. Quiero que vamos en orden. Somos un poquito de lo que estamos aquí, así que quiero que hagan ustedes igual se sirvan. Después vamos en orden, cada uno en orden para que no hagan un error en eso. Muchas gracias. Les deseo buena suerte y que tengan un lindo Día de las Madres. Hasta luego.
Y bien, mis amigos, con esto concluimos lo que ha sido la presentación de estas extraordinarias damas aquí en la Biblioteca Criolla. Recuerden que vamos a bajar el video en nuestra plataforma de YouTube y ahí les voy a dejar toda la información que ustedes necesitan saber.
Hello.
Un beso.
I just want to say a shout out, a big shout out to Patricia for putting this